Hey guys, Saviour the Brownie back with another video. This is the second part of the tutorial. If you haven't already, please check out part 1. That's where I'll show you how to make the side panels. But now, having done that, let's crack on the second stage, which is the stage itself. Okay, so what we're going to be making is this box type construction here to start with, and then afterwards we'll cover it to make it look, authentic. But for now, you're just going to be making this structure. So what it is we've got two separate frames. Essentially, one is just a rectangle. One's a rectangle with these cross members in it to provide strength. That'll be the top frame. And this one will go on the bottom. In the four corners, we'll have vertical pieces. And then we'll glue all these pieces together to create this. So, first step, what you're going to need is you're going to need to take some timber. Now you're looking for a 2 by 2 centimetre thickness, 2 by 2 centimetre cross section, and then you're going to want to mark out the following pieces on the wood. So you've got 482 centimetre pieces, which are these long ones here, 457.4, which are these side ones, 180, which is this cross piece, 226.7, which are these, and 8 centimetres, which are the corner posts. And then also you're going to want an additional two 89 centimetre pieces, and they're there for a later part, but seeing as we're cutting out now, we may as well do it. Okay, so that's the first step. Do all that, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, so what you're going to want to do is take your measured bits of wood that you've marked on before and saw them. So if you end up with your piece, just repeat until you have them all. Alright guys, so once you've cut all your pieces to size, you're going to have a few rough edges. Just going to want to get a piece of sandpaper, just smooth those out. And just keep going until you've done all your pieces. Simple as that. Right, okay, for the gluing. So we're just going to start off in this bottom corner. Start off with the top frame, so as I showed in the diagrams, just two of the longest pieces, two of the side bits, and then we'll add the cross members on afterwards, but I'm just going to start in this bottom corner. So, just get a bit of glue on the brush, paint it onto the bottom surface, like so. Just going to line it up, squeeze those together. Just hold them for a few seconds. So they hopefully tack together a bit. Then take one of these pieces that I showed you before, bit of glue onto that, apply that on, and just squeeze it, let the excess seep out. Like that. So that's one corner. Okay, so that's the initial round done, so just leave that to dry for about 15 minutes should be dry enough for you to flip it over and then glue the other sides. Right guys, so now that's dried, I've just flipped it over. Now we're going to put some more of these brace pieces on in the corners. Also, I'm just going to put a bit more paint in around where the cracks are, just to, you know, get a bit more tack. So, starting this corner again. And there we go guys, so that's it for that round. So allow that to dry for about an hour now, a good hour, so it can get pretty solid to allow us to proceed to putting the brace piece in. So yeah. Okay guys, so now that's had a chance to dry, we're just going to insert the brace piece. So just marked on the position, so it should be halfway between there and there. So if you just measure 28.7 centimetres from one side to this point and 28.7 centimetres from this side to the next point, that should be fine, but I'm sure you can centre it yourselves. And then just going to put it loosely into position. It should be a tight fit, that's the idea, because it's there to provide strength. So now I've just loosely put it in place. I'm going to apply glue to the piece at both sides, and then my assistant's just going to help me slot it into place. So you that side, it's ready, just push it down. Yeah, in position. Slide it up. Make sure it's flat. It's the table there. Turn it right. Should be about right there. Just make sure these bits haven't come apart as a result. There we go, that seems about right. And then, as before, I'm going to apply some to the top and bottom. These pieces don't provide massive strength, obviously, but they're just there to provide a bit of additional support. And don't worry about it looking messy, guys. Okay, so that's one of the members in. Now moving on to the other members. Now for these bits, which are going to go like this. So once again we just need to mark in where these are going to go. So we're just going to do that now. Once again just in the middle, so 41 centimetres from either side. Like that. Okay, then just repeat that same process on the other two pieces and you're ready to go. Okay guys, so once you've marked out where the pieces need to go, just put them into place, just slightly in from the top, so it just makes it easier for the next stage, because it's quite a tight fit, just like with the other piece before. And then you're just going to want to apply glue to the end of the piece, so a nice coating, and then using an assistant, I'm going to slowly push it into position until it's level with the top, like that. Check the alignment. Yep, excellent. Now for the same other one. Right guys, so they're in place now. I'm just going to put our little cardboard pieces on. So there we go guys, almost complete now. All that remains, leave that to dry for 15 minutes, flip it over, put some pieces on the top and bottom on the other side, and that frame will be done. Right guys, so that's dry now, so flip it over and apply the pieces to this side. Now one important piece to note is that this time in the middle, you're going to want to make sure that you don't overlay them, because this is going to end up being the top side and you want a smooth surface for your stage, so just make a note of that. Okay, so there we have it, that is the top frame done completely. Now you're just going to need to leave that for about 24 hours now to completely dry. So all that you need to do now is make another one of these exactly the same, except without these pieces. So you'll end up with two frames, one of them with cross piece, and then I'll show you what to do next. Right guys, so you've now got two frames, one with braces on it, one without. Now it's time to assemble the two pieces together to form the stage. So what you're going to do is take the frame without the brace pieces on it, and that's going to be the bottom, place that down, and then you want your four vertical supports which you cut out earlier. At the moment they're not attached on. And what we're going to do is firstly just going to stick these in the four corners as a starting point. Okay? Right, okay, so first things first, you're going to get some of your PVA, and you're going to smother the piece in glue. Plenty in there guys. And you're going to place it in the corner, making sure you line it up, and push it firmly down into place, like so. As simple as that. Go over to this corner. Smother in glue, line him up. Just like that. So guys, once you've done that, you're just going to leave it to dry for 15 minutes just so it gets a bit tacky and we can proceed to the next step. Okay, so once those are dried, it's now time for the tricky part. So we're going to put the top frame on this. Now, these won't be completely dry, so be careful when you do this that you don't knock the whole thing over. So the easiest way to do this, I believe, is to first of all put glue on each of the 4 pillars. Like so. Okay. So then you're going to need someone to help you, really. Going to get the top frame, lift it up, come around this way, and then place on the bottom. And then you just got to line them up one corner at a time. Press them together a bit, but not too much, because it's still not fixed at the bottom entirely. Okay, like so. So then it's just a matter of waiting for that to dry. So I'd leave it 15 minutes, come back and check it, make sure nothing disastrous has happened. If it all looks okay, leave it for a good hour and it should have pretty much dried. Okay guys?